Hello everyone, this is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you with today's segment student. Today we will discuss the important organelles of the cell, and first we will discuss about the mitochondria. Yes student, it is the important structure of the cell and it is also known as the powerhouse of the cell, battery of the cell or the energy mill of the cell. And it was discovered by a great scientist Kolliker in 1882, and the name mitochondria was given by another scientist, and the name of that scientist was Benda. Benda gave the name of mitochondria for this special structure, and mitochondria is found in all the eukaryotic cells, and in the cytoplasm they are found. They have very microscopic structure, and the breadth that they have is 0.2 micrometer to 1 micrometer, and the length that they have is 2 meter 2 micrometer to 8 micrometer. They have the shoe-like structure student. Now we will discuss about the morphology or the internal structure. So they have the shoe-like structure and they are found in all over the cytoplasm of a cell. This type of structure they have. This type shoe-like structure, and in this shoe-like structure there are many foldings are found like this. This type of foldings are found inside the mitochondria, and these foldings are known as cristae student. What we call them? Cristae. And these cristae, due to these cristae, there are the tubes like structure are found. They are known as tubules. And inside the cristae student, there are the F1 particles or F0 particles, or the oxysomes are found, and these are also known as Raker particles. Raker particles. This type of ball peen like structures are found inside the mitochondria. And the mitochondria student, they have the double membrane they have, and that double membrane have the difference in between them is around 80 angstrom. Means these two membrane have the distance around 80 angstrom. And these F1 particles main function is student, they help in the oxidation. That's why they are known as oxysome. What they do? They help in the oxidation, and they are the site of cellular respiration, and from here the ADP is turned into ATP, and in this there is a fluid is found that is known as matrix, and in the matrix there are the oxysomes. These oxysomes are found, and with the oxysome there are the ribosomes are also found. Ribosomes. And student, this particular structure have its own genetic material, and in the form of DNA. Now we come on the function of mitochondria. It is the site of cellular respiration, and with the help of mitochondria, the food is oxidized and the energy is released in the form of ATP. And with this, it also forms amino acid student. With amino acid student, it synthesize the fatty acid with the help of the particular enzymes. With this, it regulates, means the mitochondria regulate the concentration of calcium ion in the cytoplasm. Means the concentration of the calcium ions is maintained with the help of mitochondria. Now we come on the next segment, that is plastid. So student, now we will discuss about the plastid. Plastid is found in all the plant cells, and what they do student, they provide the different color to the plant cells. And with this, the plastid term was introduced by E. Haeckel in 1896. This term was introduced by E. Haeckel. And plastids can be categorized into different types, and there are the three types of plastids are found in the plant cell student. First is leucoplast, second is chromoplast, third is chloroplast. Leucoplast is the plastid student that does not have the color, but it has the important function of the storage. Means the food is stored in the different forms in the leucoplast, and according to the storage of the food, it is categorized into three types student: amyloplast, alloplast, and elaioplast. Amyloplast store the starch. The starch is stored in the grains in the form of leucoplast. The grains store the starch, especially the rice, and in which plastid they store it in amyloplast student. Now we come on alloplast. It is the particular type of plastid that store the protein. What it stores? It stores the protein. And next is elaioplast. What they store? They store oil and fat. So leucoplast is the plastid that does not have any color, and it is colorless, but it stores the different biochemical substances in them. Now we come on the chromoplast. It is the important and the attractive plastid student. It provides the different colors other than green color to the plant cells, and they have the different colors. Like you eat the tomatoes, red chilies. So tomatoes and the red chilies have the chromoplast, and which chromoplast they have? They have lycopene. Lycopene plastid is found in tomato. And you eat the carrot, and the carrot have the carotene. Carotene plastid is found in carrot, from which carrot have the red color, and tomato and the red chili have the red color due to the lycopene chromoplast. Now we come on the next important plastid student, that is chloroplast. It is the most important plastid, and it helps the plant in photosynthesis, and for this it has the double membrane structure. This type of structure it has, and it has the two membrane, and in this two membrane there is one fluid is found, that is stroma. It is known as stroma, and in this stroma there are the cones like structures are found in the form of pile, means one over another. There are the thylakoid structures are found. These are thylakoid structures, and these thylakoid structures are connected with each other with the help of one lamellae, and it is known as stroma lamellae. And in the thylakoid there is the particular structures are found that are known as chlorophyll student. Chlorophyll, and it is the structure, or it is the plastid that provides the green color and help in the photosynthesis. And these the piles of the thylakoid are known as granum. What we call them student? Granum. And they help in the photosynthesis. Why do they help in photosynthesis? Because they contain the chlorophyll in them. Means thylakoid contains the chlorophyll, and chlorophyll trap the light of the sun, from which the plants can make their food. So we have covered all the three types of plastid: leucoplast, chromoplast, and chloroplast. Now you will learn these plastids, and with this you will also learn the mitochondria.